wanting to do hard things is a mindset. It is a lifestyle to choose to go after things that most people will not, to choose to want to take the actions that most guys are unwilling to do. Coach Sean Griffin here from the Kettlebell Guys podcast. And today I have an extremely quick episode because I just heated up my lunch and I'm hungry. Just got done with 120 snatches. And a thought popped into my head, and I realized that this has been one of the guiding factors of my fitness journey in the last 14 years. And it's something that I've continuously came back to as sort of my principle around how I stay motivated to work out when I've been doing so for 14 straight years, 4 days a week, especially as somebody who was so afraid of the gym in high school and college that maybe you would have considered me allergic to the gym. Now, kidding aside, to me, this is what separates guys who create real long-term consistency from guys who always struggle to keep fitness as a priority in their life. And that goes for nutrition as well, not just fitness, but healthy eating, consistent working out, and just consistently staying fit and active in their life. It's just one thing. It's a simple mindset that you need to adopt if you are going to stay consistent long-term. What is it? You just have to want the work to be hard. Let me unpack that. You have to actually want the work to be hard. Because the bottom line is staying consistent with your workouts, consistently eating healthy foods, prioritizing your physical fitness when it's not something that you absolutely have to do. Certainly in the very near term for a lot of guys, they can chase their career with a lot more immediacy than their fitness a lot of times. But the guys who consistently stay in the game are those that want it to be challenging. They relish the hard work. They don't always want to do the hard work. So there's a difference between being always motivated to do the hard work and wanting the work to be hard. There is a difference there. It is never going to be easy. I've been doing it for 14 years without stopping. And I can tell you that it still oftentimes feels hard to do the work. Hard mentally, hard physically. It doesn't get easy. You just have such a long streak going of discipline. And at some point you realize this shit's not going to get easier. Some days are just really difficult to pick up the weight or to carve out that time. But wanting to do hard things is a mindset. It is a lifestyle to choose to go after things that most people will not, to choose to want to take the actions that most guys are unwilling to do. And in some ways, you need to take pride in that willingness, that wanting, that desire to do things the hard way. How many of you can look around right now and identify people that you know in your life who are taking the easy way out? They're doing Ozempic or they're doing some sort of GLP-1 to get the weight off. And if you're somebody who's been putting in the work from a fitness perspective, there can be some sense of judgment there of, why would you take such a shortcut when there is a way? But this isn't to judge people who do take the shortcut. This is just to say that the people who I have seen through all the men that I've coached, through all the women I've coached, through all the people I've coached in the last 12 years in the fitness industry, the ones who were just completely fine with the work being hard, in fact, the ones who liked the fact that the work was hard to do, those are the guys and the girls who never stopped doing the work because they didn't need it to feel easy. So I want you to approach your work, approach your mindset, approach your fitness with the idea of, I am not just willing to do the hard work, but I take pride in the fact that week in, week out, I show up and I do hard things. I lift heavy shit and I put in the type of effort that gets me the results that I want. If you can have that mindset shift, your motivation really becomes a non-factor because you just realize that it doesn't matter if you're motivated. Of course, it's great when you are, and we've gone over this a lot, action before motivation. But a desire and a willingness to do hard things is what will drive that action, even when you don't feel like wanting to do it. So there it is. Love the hard work, and you will consistently show up to do it. Have a great day.